Hey guys, we're going to be going over activity 3 here, the data analysis for what we're doing in class today. So I'm going to show you how to insert this column graph in the blank below here. And it's actually really simple, pretty straightforward. All right, so what you need to do to start is, first of all, you need to make sure that activity 2 is complete. So what that means is I need to make sure that you have all these numbers filled in. Okay, so this is from the assignment for homework last night, was to click on this rock pocket mouse over here, go through, count the ones that were light and dark, and then come back and put the numbers in here and answer these questions. So that all should be done to start. So if you do not have that done, pause this video now, go back, do that, because everything I do from here on out will make 0 sense if you don't have that done. That being said, all this data is fake. Okay, so the purpose of this video is to show you how to make these charts, not to give you the answer. So all of my data is fake. If you use this in yours, it won't make any sense. You won't be able to answer these questions because you're not going to see the trends you're supposed to see. So I use these numbers just so that they produce graphs, not to give you the answers. So you should use this to help you walk through your assignments. All right, now that we're through that, let's get started. So first, down here, activity 3 is where we're going to start. In this blank space below, there should be a little bit. You're going to go to Insert, come down to Chart, and when you click on Chart, you want to select Column. You want a column chart, not a bar chart, a column chart, right here. All right, when it does that, it's going to auto-generate a silly little graph. All right, you can quickly, if you saw that pop up in the corner, you can click Edit in Sheets quickly if you can get on that, but here's how you get to the data. So this is a fake chart. All that did was it linked a chart to this assignment, and now it's giving you one. So this is not your data, just so you know. If you click on it, okay, you'll see an options tab in the corner. Click that down, and you want to go to open the source. So open the source. All right, now that we're here, you're going to see the Google Sheet for making the chart. All right, it might take a second to generate, so give it some time, be patient, like mine is. And there we are. All right, so I'm going to move mine to the side. I just think it's a little easier to use that way over here. All right, so you can see that this is a fake chart. This is just this. So now what you should do is manipulate it to fit what we're doing. And here's how we do that. What you want to do first is in the blue column up here, or row, you want to change period 1 and period 2 to the light color mouse and the dark color mouse. All right, so if you go back to our data, this is what you're going to want to put in there. So light colored fur and dark colored fur. I'm just going to use light and dark. Okay, and as you do that, you can see over here that this stuff will change in real time when you change your data over here. Next, you're going to change team 1, or no, I'm sorry, you're going to go up here. So you want to make this location A. So this is going to be all the stuff from location A. Right? What I like to do with location A is copy this, and I'm going to double click on the column tab at the bottom here, and I'm going to paste in location A so you can label this tab, because you're going to be making a separate tab here later, and that will make this less confusing. So location A. So this chart we're making is for location A. So as you can see in the data here, for card 1, 2, 3, 4, there's the location A at each one. So you're only going to be putting in the data for location A. So you want to start by making card 1 on the side here. And if you want to save yourself some time, instead of typing that in every box, click on it. There's a little corner. I lost it. You see this little square corner? When you hover over it, your mouse will turn into a little plus. Click and drag all the way down to the end of team 4 and let go. And it'll recognize a pattern for you and just do the work for you. Notice how it also changed it down here on your graph. All right, so one more time. You want to, in the team 1 box, replace that with card 1. Hit enter. Click on that box again. Find that little square in the bottom right corner. Drag down to the end of team 4, let go. And it'll number card 1, card 2, card 3, card 4 for you. Finally, you want to delete this data. So select it all and hit delete. All right. Don't worry if all your stuff goes away, because this chart was forming the picture based on what was in these cells. So you want to fill that in now. So you're going to have to go back and forth here a little bit. Click on this. All right, so in card 1, location A is what I want. The light colored fur was 4. The dark colored fur for me was 8. Again, that's not what you should have got, but I'm just giving you numbers. Remember, all locations should equal 12. 4 plus 8 is 12. That's how I know you're good. So you can have 11 and 1, you can have 9 and 3, stuff like that. So I'm going to go back and put 4 and 8 in these boxes. For the light mouse, it was 4. For the dark mouse, it was 8. And you're going to watch this auto-populate for you. Card 2, location A, for me was light was 1, dark was 11. 1, 11. Next, at location 3, or card 3, I have 5 for light, 7 for dark. 5, 7. And then lastly, for card 4, location A, 6 and 6. Okay, so you should have a chart that is populated over here. You should have one that says light and one that says dark. And this is good to go. So this is what your chart should look like. Not exactly, your bars will be at different lengths, so your picture is going to look different than mine. But if you follow the steps that I just showed you, then you should have a graph that is generated over here on the side or below. So in order to change this and make it make more sense, you're going to have to change a few things about the graph. So first, you're not measuring points scored here, okay? You're measuring location A. So if you double click on that, mine's spelled out. All right, keep clicking on it until you get this option to edit it, because the title text is here, right there. All right, and you can change it. So I want location A. And if you're feeling fancy, you can change the colors over here. You can change the font size. You can make it bold. All right, so let's just have some fun with it, and I'll make it purple. Okay, so there's location A. Next, you probably want to change these around a little bit so they're a little bit more, they contrast a little bit better. So you want a light and a dark column. So click on this first blue light column here. All right, and then you'll see that it goes to series, light, and then you'll see some things down here: fill color, opacity, line color, and so on. The only thing you're going to want to touch is this fill color right here. So click on it and choose a color that's light. They were tan, the mice were tan, so the closest I can get to that is like a dark yellow kind of deal. That works. You could use, any sort of like light color here, brown, whatever floats your boat. But just make sure it's lighter than the color used for dark. All right, and if you want to use it in the example, the mice were black. So if I want to change it to black, I can click on the dark column, go to the fill color again, and then select black. So then you can kind of see a really good contrast of the counts. And it'll also change your legend up at the top. All right, so this is pretty much it for making a chart. Now what you want to do is go back to your sheet over here, all right, and scroll down. Notice how this doesn't look anything like what you were working on, all right? That's okay. The only way for this to get changed is for you to do what I'm about to do. Click on it, and in the top right corner, you should see something that says Update. Since you've made changes to it on the Google Sheets, it hasn't relayed that information back to the Google Docs. So you need to click on this, and it'll automatically update. And there it is, location A, I got light dark, I have my numbers, and it matches and fits anything over here. If you want to go and fix and mess around with this some more and do some more things to it, you can go back and click Update and do the same thing. So any changes that you make to it on your data, you need to come back over here and click Update. Now, personally, I think this is pretty big, like too big, so I'm going to resize it by clicking the bottom right corner and dragging it so it fits a little, plays a little nicer. So that's how you do a chart for location A. All right, so you can pause and go back if you need to repeat any of those steps. I'm going to show you how to really quickly do location B because you already did all the hard work. You just need to duplicate it. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to your sheet that you just made, okay? At the bottom where it says location A, you're going to click on that little arrow and you're going to see some options. So go up to duplicate, and it's going to copy the whole section you just made into a new tab. Now the first thing you want to do is double click on it and change it because you're talking about this is going to be for location B. So you can edit this box so that it says location B. That way you don't get confused because right now the data is the same and you need to change it. So go in, change this to location B, and then select your data, hit delete, and again you should see something that looks like this. Now all you gotta do is go back and put in the data for location B. So I'm gonna go up, look at this, so card 1, location B, 3 light fur, 9 dark fur. So add that in, and you'll see your graph is going to populate. Don't forget to change the location on that too. All right, and then keep going. Card 2, location B, 2 light, 10 black. Card 3, 4 and 8. And card 4, 12 and 0. And there's your chart. So now, since you just made a duplicate, this is it. Like you did all the hard work before, so now you don't have to do anything else. So all you gotta do now is click on your chart, Control C to copy, come down here, and below location A chart, hit Control V to paste. All right, you want to link, keep your spreadsheet linked in case you realize you made a mistake or want to make any changes or edit the colors. That way you won't have to repaste it. It'll just go back and forth, and it keeps everything in the same place for later. And there you are. Notice how it says location B. All right, you cannot edit this chart in Sheets, okay? So if you, in Docs. So if I'm double clicking on it, I'm trying to change it, all you can do is crop it. So if you want to like take away some of the white space, you can move this side in. But all you can do is crop it because it's posting it like it's a picture in your document. All right, I'm gonna resize it so it plays a little nicer, looks a little neater. I'm gonna try to get it to be similar size as the other one. So I have location A, location B right there, and there's your source. And if you go back and change anything in here, make sure you come back and click Update up in the right corner. So now you can look at, and hopefully you should see some trends between location A and location B, and you can use those to complete the rest of the analysis section. Okay? So what happened to mice at A, what happened to mice at B, and go on. One thing you might want to do that's helpful is look at the thing you chose here. we're going to go over the correct order in class. You might want to reorganize the chart so that it matches that order. Okay? So let's say we chose the order was 2, 4, 3, 1. Okay? So I'm going to go here and select all the columns like this, click and drag down to make a free space. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to reorder them. This might take a little bit of time just to do it, but if you click on the whole row, click on when you see the little fist, hold down, drag up, put that in the first spot, and you'll see your table change locations. So now card 4 is first, card 1 is second, and so on. So the reason I'm doing this, and you're going to repeat, I'm going to click this, I'm going to drag it down. Oops, wrong button. Drag it down. All right, so I said 2, 4, 3, 1. All right. So drag this down so I have it in the right order because I'm going a little bit too fast for myself. I'm going to put row. Make sure you're clicking on the whole row when you move these so it moves all your data. 2, 4, 3, 1 is what I'm going to go with. And as you can see that it is changed on my location A chart. And again, the reason I'm doing this is so that you can see the correct timeline of events. So when we go over this question in class, where we talk about what is the correct order from oldest to most recent, you can see the decline in the colors and increase in other colors as natural selection plays out throughout the years of changing rock. So that way you can see in time order what is happening correctly. So I've made those changes here, 2, 4, 3, 1, but on my chart, on my paper that I'm doing, it's still 1, 2, 3, 4. So what you got to do, click update, wham, bam, there you go. That's really important, all right, so that you can see this in order. It will make your life easier when you look at these. So like what's happening to the mice in location A, what you should do now is see that, okay, as time goes on, the light colored mice are, their population is increasing, decreasing, staying the same, that stuff. And then you can answer the rest of these. Please remember to use complete sentences like it says right here. All right, you will get penalized if you don't. And then we can do activity 3 in class together. So hopefully this helps. Remember, pause, rewind, watch multiple times so that you get this correct. All right, because I'm not going to be explaining it again in class. If you have any questions, please let me know, but this should be good to go.